Alright, welcome back to Scrap Mechanic Labs. I will be your host, Chief Engineer, and I am going to be doing a very exciting, very interesting, and very informative video today. You guys know how I'm always looking for ways to be more inclusive and get more of the community involved. Not just in community time, but even during my recording time. So I'm gonna do an experiment today and I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna be doing the video primarily on this Phaze Trike reconnaissance vehicle that I've been working on and going over its features. But at the same time, I am going to open up my friends list. And guys, I have over 200 friends on my friends list. They can all access and join my game at any time. So I might get a little bit of spam, a little bit of spamming. I might get a little bit of calling. And if I don't pick up right away, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm making a video. And for those people who just hop in to my world, which a lot of them do, I've set this up, this recording signs here, so that's right around the spawn point so that when they pop in, they see it. And then we're probably going to get responses like, "Are you recording?" And if I ignore you, that's because I'm in the middle of talking about something. You're free to build little things in the background of my recording and share little projects and do little cameos with those things. As long as you don't like place them right in front of me and do too aggressive a guerrilla marketing for the stuff that you're working on. But I thought this would be an interesting experiment. I'm going to try it and see how it goes. Hopefully it's not a total failure, but the only way to know these things is to try them. So when we return, I'm going to turn on my friends list and I'm going to start doing the actual video that I had planned about this vehicle, and we'll see how much of this vehicle we actually get to do a video on. I'm actually really excited about it, because you never know what's going to happen when you go live like that. You have your stream on, anyone can come in and see, and then anyone can join, and it's just super exciting for me to do things this way. I know it's crazy, but you know what? Let's do it. Alright, this is it. This is the moment of truth. No turning back. We are going to view all friends. We are going to sign in to my friends list. And you know what? Maybe it'll be a quiet day. Maybe I came in at just the right time. Everyone else is busy playing their other games. And we won't get too much activity at all. Which, you know what? It's still alright. It's still fine by me. So let's start. Let's start by taking a look at the Phaze Trike here and what its features entail. As you can see, I prepare for survival. And the components in survival would be realistic stuff. We got a gas engine, I've got 2 batteries, redundant systems of course. We've got our fuel tanks here because you'll need a fuel source. I'm using a recoverable glitch steering system, and I'm going to explain to you how that works. These silver pieces here, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to mention all the different mods that were used. Okay, before I get too much into this, in case you want to build your own, you got to see all the different mods that went in. So let me back out real quick. Load game, phase 1. Okay, I need to start doing this. To me, it's even more important than even putting the name of the mod maker in the description of the video. Hardly anyone ever looks at the description of the video. So, to me, actually talking about it, I think really gives them more credit and more exposure during the video. So that is why I'm doing that right now. We have Lego Freaks mod, one of my favorite mods, the mod pack beta, the mod pack polygons, the non-interactive parts by Lord Payne. These are all the mods I'm using, all of my favorite mods. The mod pack, this is the Durf Grego MJN build. This group shared in a lot of what I'm going to call legacy mods now, that were mods that were being developed before real mod implementation was made by the developers of Scrap Mechanic. So that's why they teamed up to try to make things easier back then. Awesome group of guys. I can't say enough good things about Durf, Grego, MJM, and Shine Vision for deciding to pool their resources in working together. And these are the types of communities I think this game helps to create, and that's why I love this game so much. Let's move on to the interactive parts mod by Lord Payne, another one of my favorites. So many good things in all these mods, guys. The latest mod that MJM put out, which is the sci-fi mod pack. But this guy is so cool. He continues to be inclusive with the other mod makers, even though I think he made the whole mod himself. Amazing guy, MJM. Really, really high up on my list of super cool Scrap Mechanic players. Lab Duckies, of course. I have to use this mod. Ummo created this mod, and it's an easy way to place a signature on something that you have built. If you do the kind of stuff that I do, and I don't know many people who do it, because there aren't many people who are as absolutely crazy as I am to do stuff live and to just try to make your videos and your content while your friends list is open and everyone on your friends list can see you, especially when you have a full friends list like I do. Ooh, that was quick. By being able to place these Lab Ducky profile icons, it's really easy for me to mark and recognize and to give credit to every build that may show up in the background of my videos. That's why I think this is an awesome idea. Thank you, Umwell. The vegetation mod, it's just so nice. Ike has this design focus of the little things that you have to appreciate, and when you could add a few palm trees, just make the place look a little nicer. Some of the people in my community love doing that kind of stuff. That's got to be available. And of course the nature mod blocks to give us more of a Minecraftian form of earthy look if we're looking for that. Okay, so these are all the mods I'm using right now. This may change over time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mods. Okay, now that we've gotten past the mod thing, let's go back into the world. Keep in mind, these are the mods I use. If you want to petition me for more mods, you're going to have to leave that in the comment and let me know which other mods you think I should be using regularly. But for now, back to the Phase 1. Let's do this. Alright. Phase 1. My gosh. Nobody has called me or tried to join me or even sent me a message. You know what? This is so exciting. Well, you know what? That means I could focus on this video. And so, no distractions. I better knock on wood, because the more I say it, the more likely it's probably going to be that I use up all of my focus on this build time. Alright. I was going over the aesthetics, and I went over how this has a steering glitch repair system built in. So if I press 2, these bars lift. What normally happens with a steering glitch when you're using glitch steering is the object that you have at the end of your spring, which is this yellow ball here, will glitch through or pass through something, especially if it's a thin object, and it'll cause your vehicle to spin out of control. But by making its collision glitch object camberable, I guess is a good word to use. Camberable sounds like someone who eats other people. You can get it to repair itself. So in a real world survival scenario, you've got to have fault tolerance at a whole new level. You can't be vehicles failing. Okay, we also have two types of redundant stabilization for emergencies. We've got typical rocking stabilization, which is activated by the springs and these vertical verti ducts here. I have a blue verti and a red verti. You guys have to check the old video for the reference for that. It's an old video. And the other type of stabilization is the raw unit, which is right alongside of it there. So let's say it's an emergency and you absolutely have to get somewhere and you're willing to take every hard bump in the road because it needs to be, you need to get there. So let's go. With raw stabilization on a vehicle this small, you will get to where you want to go. Point A to point B, like a laser beam. This is raw stabilized. The only problem is your maneuverability, I think, is kind of compromised, especially when you hit like a hard surface like that. It may slow you down if you hit it wrong. I just happen to be zooming over it pretty good, but I could make a rock solid vehicle totally raw stabilized like it is right now, but it doesn't move very naturally. It's not what I would call extremely fun to drive around. It's too rigid. That's why I have the redundant stabilization systems, which I'm going to turn off raw stabilization, move in a little closer, and go for more of a, what I'm going to have to describe as a really fun ride, which you'll be able to see as I take off right now. Now you are rocking and rolling. You are doing wheelies all over the place. The vehicle is rocking from side to side. You are really feeling the ride. You are feeling the road. And not only that, if you go immersive, now we're going to go immersive in a survival scenario. Let's say we've got to explore this map. This vehicle will take some time to build. Honestly, it's not the most practical. Right off the bat, for exploring a brand new map, you'll probably pull out a comet or meteor. Just throw that together if it's feasible to make with the survival restraints and the fuels, which means I'm going to have to revamp those. But if you need a regular vehicle, whoa, ooh, in immersive mode, it is much more challenging to drive. Alright. Whoa! Hold on. It'll right itself. Trip it. Alright. Woo! Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. Alright. Now, yes, everything's more challenging in immersive mode, but that's the whole point, to make it more realistic. But, okay, let's leave immersive mode for a moment and talk about some of the other fun little details I put into the Phaze Trike. You notice there's a back seat back here, and all you guys know, I love my RP. I love my roleplay, alright? So, when we're going on adventures, you could have your guy in the back, your radar dude, checking the screen. Do we have any farm bots in the vicinity? Danger, danger. Gotta clear out the area. We're detecting too many farm bots. Too many farm bots closing in on our location. I almost said like flarm. What was I trying to say? I don't know. And this is, of course, I think this is from the Derf mod. This cool little matrix-looking screen. And you just tuck right back in here. You're riding along. Got these two ducky switches, which aren't connected to anything right now for future development in the vehicle. But as for anything else, okay, what the other switches do: switch 2 adjusts the glitch steering repair. Switch 1 is for the raw units, and 3 is for high and low beams. Right now we're on low beams, that's high beams. And I don't think the back lights are connected, but you don't really need high brake light beams. I guess you do for braking lights. Okay, we'll get into that another time. That's not worked in yet. Let's take a look at the wireworks. Yeah, it's a complicated build. There's a lot going on here. These thrusters are closed off. Too much power. You get fine with just these, but in cases of emergencies, you take the lids off of them. And this is for roleplay. It will still work with that on, but it's like, you know how thrusters, sometimes they have them plugged and stuff when they're not being used so dust doesn't get in them and all that stuff. That's the point of that. Redundant systems, guys. Redundant systems all over the place. This is about survival and surviving in survival, because we are the survivalists. But, loving the new wheels by MJM. Oh, they're so cool. Loving the engine by Lord Payne. So awesome. All the other new parts which I'm using. Yes, the little radar things by MJM. And everything else. Oh, and these springs, I believe. These springs are Lego's shocks. I believe, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But, with all the different mods now, your imagination could just go out of control. Alright. This video was out of control. This video was done while I was online, and it just turned out to be a pretty peaceful show. So, let's tie it up. Let's close it down. Let's shut it down for now. I'm gonna go visit some friends, outtake-wise, see what they're up to. And please, keep dreaming, keep building. This is Chief Engineer, signing off for now, reminding you all that, you can do it. If you have an idea in your head, and you just want to get it out, Scrap Mechanic, help me do that. All these mods are helping me do that, and I just want to thank you guys, the developers and YouTube and all those mod makers out there, and especially all my friends who are supporting me out there and helping me and just making all of this stuff possible. Alright, adios amigos.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando.